Hi folks, welcome to another video on Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. In this video, we're going to start a brand new game. And we're going to start with a gas-powered plant. Now remember, this game is billed as one of the most complex supply chain management games ever designed. Now there are many ways you can start this game. A gas-powered plant is just one of them. And as always, I'll explain everything in a very simple, straightforward approach. And don't forget that the objective here is to have fun. So let's get started. Smash that subscribe button below right now and click on the bell so you don't miss out on more great content. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Or just give it a thumbs up for yourself so that you'll always be able to come back and watch it again if you need to. Okay folks, here we are at the main menu and we're starting a brand new game. So let's go to new game, and from there we get to pick our map. Today I'm going to pick the Eastern Europe Medium Hills map. It's got the little people icon on it. There's a couple of reasons for that. Number one is there's lots of towns and people already on the map. And one of the other things that comes along with this map is cathedrals. So people have a place to worship. And there's also a number of hills, so that gives us lots of gravel deposits. So we have lots of resources spread out and lots of people and workers already on the map. So let's select that map and hit the select. Now there are all kinds of different settings here. There's unlimited money, easy, medium, hard. I'm going to pick easy. Now at this point, probably some people are going to say, well, you know what, more respectable if you pick medium. You know, that's what you really need to pick, or maybe even hard. But remember, the objective of this game, of any computer game, is to have fun. And remember, as I said in the intro, this game is billed as the most complex supply chain management game there is. So if you're new to the game, I'd suggest you go with an easy setting from a money perspective. But I'm actually going to go with a custom setting. So I'll leave the money amount as easy, gives me lots of money to work with. The unsatisfied citizens I'll leave as small. Energy management, I'm going to go with buildings and vehicles. The night-day cycle, I'm going to make it always day, otherwise it goes to night and it's very hard to see things at night in a video. I'm going to enable the seasons. Building fires, I'm going to leave it normal. Global events, I'm going to disable that one. Pollution, enable. Year of start, 1970, and the vehicle availability according to year. I'm going to take the education simulation and make it complex. And right now, for crime and justice, we can't monkey around with that one just yet. So those are the settings. I'm on the Eastern Europe Medium Hills map. There's the amount of people. I haven't touched it. I started out with easy in terms of the amount of money, and I made some custom changes here. What I do like about these settings is it's not too difficult, but it gives you an opportunity to explore and experience just about every aspect of the game. So it's a good way to learn. And we hit the green check mark. So first thing we're going to do is pause the game and get rid of that side menu. Let's go down to our map. And basically we start really dead center in the middle of the map. And of course these icons over here show us where our resources are. So there's iron, coal, oil. And oil is going to be important because if I'm going to start with a gas-powered plant, it needs oil to fuel it. But I also want to be as near as possible to a foreign Soviet country with a customs house connection, or at least electrical connection, because that's where I'm going to export my electricity to and make money, or in this case, rubles. Now down here, and right about this location here, I've got a healthy amount of oil. And if I click on the names, well, you can't really see that, so I'll take it off for the moment. But if I go down here, what do I have for a connection? And over here at Kazanchad, I've got a pretty good connection. We've got a customs house, a road, a rail, and electricity. We've got a place to connect and export the electricity from our gas-powered plant. And the reason we want it to be close to our town where our gas-powered plant is it minimizes how much infrastructure we have to build to get here, mainly high-voltage wires. All right, let's go back to where we wanted to start our city or town. So right about here. So just to check our map again, there's the oil resource, and it looks like we're right on top of it. And the good thing about this location is we already have a little village already there that gives us some workers right off the bat. And one of the good things about these little villages is these people tend to be less grumpy. That's what I experienced. They don't want schools and kindergartens as much as buildings that you provide that have residents. They seem to get dissatisfied more quickly. At least that's what I think. So the first thing to do is put down some pump jacks. So we'll go down to our fossil fuels, and there's pump jacks there. And you can see the green area there. That shows us we got a great supply or quality. There's a 93%. Can I get it any higher? There's 93. There's 94. I'm going to point the pump in that direction. And we'll build that, and we'll hit play. We got one pump in. There's another good spot right there. Nice high quality of source. We'll put that in. And I could probably get another one in right here. Something like that. That's looking pretty good. I'll put one there. And do I have anything else over here? Actually, I do. I'm going to put another pump around here somewhere. Can I get that number a little higher? Yeah, maybe right about there. All right. Now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pump jacks in place. The next thing I want to do is build my gas-powered plant. So let's go down to power and over to, it says coal power, but actually this is a gas-powered plant, that icon. And I want to build my plant in this area here, something like this. Let's orientate him around so that his connection is at least pointing towards the road. And I'm going to give him lots of room. And there's an area there that I'll have to flatten it out, but at least I got a fair amount of space around the plant itself. So let's plop him down there, just like that. You'll notice that a pipeline was created automatically between the pump jack and the gas power plant because they're so close. But what I want to do is I want to go with underground pipes because they don't bung up my roads. If I go with underground pipe, it gives me lots of flexibility for roads around my buildings. It doesn't take up space basically above ground. So let's go to cancel pipe connection, and we'll just take that out just like that. So in front of the gas power plant, I want a oil fuel storage. And the reason for that is if I have any excess fuel, if I store it, that gives me an opportunity to export it or transport it somewhere else. So we'll click on that. And we'll put this guy in front here. And I'm going to just move him around. And again, he's going to make some automatic connections. So I'm going to plop him down there. And then I'm going to go to pipeline. And I'm going to take that out. So we'll take that lines out. I know it automatically does it, but I need areas here in space for my roads. Let's go back to the underground connection and back to underground. Now, let's connect this guy up like that. Well, actually, this guy here I can connect underground very simply like that. So now I have 1, 2, 3 that have to make it into 2 spots. And actually, this one is a going out, as you can see by the arrow. But I got 1 spot left to go into. Over here, if I try to go this guy this way, well, I can almost make it over there. Maybe I can. And this guy here, I can probably take him down to there. And this guy here down something like that. What I need is a 3 in and 1 out pipe pumping station. So I'm going to turn him around so he's facing the right way. And I hope it's underground. If not, I'll have to fix that. And let's plop them down. Oh, I gotta flatten the ground out first and plop them down right there. I'll go back to my underground pipes and I'll see if I can connect this guy up. That worked out okay. That actually worked out okay. And so did that one. So now I got all my pipes connected underground from the pump jack, the oil storage, the gas powered plant. Let's go above ground. Oh, and there's another one that connected above ground, so I'm going to just take that out. And I go back and put an underground one in, and just connect him up like that. And we'll go back to above ground. The next thing I want is a oil fuel loading station for a train, because if I do have excess oil here, I want to load it on a train station or loading platform, whatever it's called, so that I can actually export it somewhere else, or at least transport it anyway. Let's go down to trains, and then all the way over to an oil fuel loading and unloading. Well, I can take this guy here. I just want to make sure that they connect, or can be connected, and again it's above ground, and I'll probably change that. Now I will have a bus platform in here somewhere. I might want this guy on this side, or maybe not. It might be fine just where it is. It might be tight in here, that's what I'm thinking. So I could put him on this side, and I'm hoping I can still go underground with the piping, even though the road's there. It shouldn't be a problem. So let's just turn him to match the road, and we'll plop him down there like that. So the next thing I do, of course, you probably figured it out by now, go back to piping, liquids, underground, hit the underground insignia there, or icon, and just connect to there. Then we'll go back above ground. So now we've got a connection from our oil storage over to our oil fuel loading and unloading train platform. So of course it doesn't have any track, and it doesn't have any power. So I'm going to put down a railroad electric connection. I'm going to make all the rail lines to begin with electric. It just saves I don't have to buy fuel for them. I'm going to have electricity from my power plant, so I might as well use it. So we click on that, and I'm going to put this guy maybe over here to try to avoid that pump. And I guess I should turn him around so I have a connection to the road. And I can plop him down, hopefully something like that. And I'll put one on the other side. I'm not sure if I need it, but just to be sure. And plop him. Oh, gotta just do some landscaping or terrain adjustments and plop him in. Go back over to tracks, and hopefully it's all going to connect. I'm just going to put in one track for now, and one track that way. Oh, gotta right click and level it out. So where am I going to go? So chances are I gotta go, well, not chances are, I know I want to go over to Kazanchad here if I'm going to export some oil. So I'm either going to export it that way or go down around the hills and maybe that way. So I'm going to lay some track down just to make sure I don't get hemmed in the future. We'll put some track down. There we go, nice and green. And I think I'll put some track down that way in case I want to go out that way. Well, that is very circuitous. I'm not sure if I have a need to go all the way over there, to be honest. Maybe I don't. Alright, I do or will need a train depot though. Let's go to depots and let's plop a train depot in here somewhere. So let's plop a train depot over here somewhere, I'm thinking. And maybe I will put some track that way and this way so I can get out of this town. As this town grows and I build, I want to make sure I can get out of here, whatever direction I want to go. So I'm going to plop him perhaps over here somewhere. And then go back to track. And let's just go across here. And then I'm going to head this way, just in case I need to. And I can change that arc just by rolling the middle scroll button on my mouse. Anyway, that's about as tight as I can get it. And I can go that way too. So I think that's pretty good for now. Now I may have made it too close to the train depot. Let's find out. Let's see if I can actually connect this. Did I make it too close? It's going to work. He's going in that direction anyway. I probably should have moved that train depot back just a little bit more. Well, we've built all this infrastructure, but we haven't built any roads yet. So let's go to roads. And I'm going to build mud roads. Now the maximum speed is only 35 kilometers per hour and the walking speed is 60%. It does slow your vehicles down, but they're free and they get built immediately. So it's a good effective way to build roads early in the game. So let's pick our mud roads, and I'm going to make a connection there, and let's just make sure that all my buildings are connected. He is there, and I'll make a connection for this guy, that one. He's going to need a connection here, and I got a little pump jack over there that's got to get connected somehow, somewhere. And I've got another ones over here. I got 3. This guy can probably come out and just connect him to here. And maybe these guys, I just connect them over here somewhere. I'm trying to minimize how many roads I build, because in the future, I may want to pave them or I may want to make them gravel. Either way, it's going to take resources or money to do it. So with that in mind, let's see what we can do here. Can I sneak this guy around? Now, I got to be careful because here's where my electrical connections are going to be. So if I go down here and click on high voltage wires, see, I want my high voltage wires coming out of there. I got to be careful about clogging this area up. Then if I go here, I've got my medium voltage connections here. So I should keep this area here clear. So with that in mind, let's go back to roads and over to mud roads. So I'm going to stay away from this area. I'm going to loop around like this, like that, and come down here. Maybe just connect right there and get that guy over there. And I've got one left here that's not connected to a road. And of course, we want them connected to roads so that they have access to a fire station so that they don't burn, or if they do burn and have a fire, at least the fire trucks can get there and put the fire out. So let's click on the gas plant. So the gas power plant needs 15 workers. So we can close that up, and the question is, well, we need a bus platform here. Should I put a big one or a little one? And I go to roads and over to bus platform. That's a bus stop. There's a bus platform. I'm gonna go with the big one. I just want to make sure I can get lots of vehicles in and out of there without any problem, because I don't want my power plant to stop. So it may be overdoing it, but I'm going with a large bus platform. We'll plop them in there and then go over to pedestrians and build a mud walkway or footpath. I'll just connect those up just like that. All right. The next thing I'm going to do is put down some high voltage wires. And the reason for that is as my town grows, I want to make sure I can get the heck out of this town and get around things. So why not put those wires down so I can go in any direction I want, especially towards where I'm going to be connecting and exporting power. Let's go down to energy or electricity and over to high voltage wires. And I'm going to pick the high voltage wires 18 megawatts. Let's just go straight out if we can. They do about there. And then with this one, I could perhaps go that way. And I think down here, I'm going to put in a switch. I've got a town over there, and I think there's another little town over there. So we are going to be going farther with these high voltage wires. So let's just cancel that one and put in a switch. So I'll put in a switch. I don't like where the road is, but that's the orientation I need for the switch for the wires. We'll click on that and then just connect that up. Put some wires down that way. And got to go down there. I don't want to go through this area here. I think I'm going to go up and over, just around and out of this area, because I want that area to be left for building, so to speak. I'm going to go up here. And then maybe around and down that way. Probably built too many wires, but at least I have got some wires in place and can go just about any direction I want now. So basically, we've got some high voltage wires in place, but we don't have electricity to any of these buildings. So let's go down to our electric substation. We've got to start putting these things down and powering things. So got to make sure those pump jacks got what they need. So that will get those pump jacks going there. Can I get all of them? There's a pretty good spot right there. Hopefully it won't be overloaded. They can get overloaded, but hopefully this won't overload it. That gets almost all of the village there, actually. That's a pretty good spot right there, but it doesn't get the fuel storage tank. Now the fuel storage tank is so close to that gas plant, I think it will be fine. I'm going to go back here and plop that there. And I'm going to go over here and put another one down, say right about here. And I'm not sure if this got covered or not over here, so just to be on the safe side, well, that actually has to have a connection to it. So let's just get out of there. I'll hit escape. Yeah, I've got to have a connection here and over here for my medium voltage wires. Go to medium voltage wires, and I'm going to pick that one. So again, we want to be able to go whatever directions we want. So I'm just going to peel off like this and go around the building. Probably could have gone a little tighter, but this should do it. And then across like that. So he's got power. And I guess if I had put a switch in there, I could get right over to there. So why don't I do that? So go back, let's cancel some wires. Easy to do, cost me a bit. But I'll put a medium voltage switch in. Plop that in there like that, and back to medium voltage wires. So we'll connect him up. Then I'm going to go across and try to follow the road just a little bit here, as normal wires would do in real life. Kind of come across and then connect up there. And we might put a switch there in the future, but that'll do it for now. We got to find these other guys. Where'd they go? There was one there, and there was one over here, one there. So I guess that is why I needed to switch here. So I'll go back and just cancel some wires and put a switch in. So let's plop it in like that and connect it up. Easy peasy. And then we'll come over this way along the track and connect him up. Now I've got to get over here so that this guy's connected. Why don't I pull off another medium voltage line here from the plant and pull it this way. I'm going to need it anyway. And we'll come down here. And maybe I'll just follow that road right along and then come down here like that. Okay. So I think we've powered everything that needs to be powered. We're going to find out once things get going. Now, what are we lacking? Well, if I click on the plant, I don't have workers and I don't have resources yet. I'm missing oil because they don't have power. It's like a chicken and the egg problem. Let's go down here to our village and see if we can get a bus platform in somewhere in here to capture this area and get workers to our plant. And there's a bus platform. And I'm kind of wondering if I can get something in here. Well, maybe something like that. Plop it in there. And we'll put a dirt road in here again. I'm going to come out this way if I can get him to do so, because he's headed towards the plant anyway. So now we have bus platforms, but we don't have buses. So I guess that's the next thing. So the next step is a road depot and a gas station. So we're on roads right now, so I'll go down to a road depot. There's a road depot there. And I don't want him too far away from the current bus stop. He doesn't have to be right beside it because this road depot is going to serve multi-purposes anyway. I guess this is fine for now. Plop the road depot there, and I also need a gas station because these vehicles are going to need gas. So why not just put it right across the road from the gas station, or from the road depot. And we'll plop him in there. Now let's buy some vehicles. So we go to the road depot and we're going to hit purchase. What are we going to purchase? So we want a lot of these little vehicles that'll make frequent trips and be spaced out to try to keep a steady supply of labor to our power plant. Let's pick this blue one. It's nice and cheap. It's got a top speed of 90 kilometers per hour and carries 7 passengers. I'm going to pick 8 of these guys. And I'm going to double click on one. And I'm going to start here, of course. And what do I want him to do? Basically, I want him to pick up workers, not students and not passengers. And then when he can unload everything. And then when he gets here, I want him to load workers, not students or passengers. And then we'll hit start and go back to the road depot. All right. Now that guy there, I want to copy his schedule to others. I'll just click on these guys and we'll copy the exact same schedule. And go back to, just hit escape and then click on that and we'll start these guys. Now I don't want them all bunched up, so there's an easy way to take care of that. Just click on one of them and go to view the line detail and we'll hit line spacing. And I think over time they'll get spaced out, but right now it's got to compute the length of the line. Alright, we got some buses going. Not very much, but it's a start. Now down here we don't have a whole lot of access to workers and things, so I think we need some more pathways. Let's put down some mud pathways if we can. Try to connect this up as best we can so that we get people coming in, because without it we're not going to have a lot of workers. So we'll do what we can to see if we can get something in here, get walkways in if it'll let us. Okay. And just clicking on the platform, the building is without power, so the problem is we haven't got any oil at our gas-powered plant. So we'll click on the gas-powered plant. We still don't have any workers, but I think it's time to buy some oil. So using rubles, we're going to purchase some oil to get the ball rolling, and we'll purchase that. Of course, that's going to hurt a little bit, but we got to do it because we got to get this thing started. So now all we're missing is workers. So we got some exhaust coming out of our gas-powered plant now. If I click on the plant, it says operating without issues. I got one whole worker there, but it's getting oil, so the bottom line is it's just working just minimally. But nonetheless, it's operating without issues. You can see my little buses are going into the gas station to get gas, so they do need to fuel up on their way. And I might have to add, we got 21 workers waiting, so I'm going to add a few more little buses and see if I can pump that up in terms of the number of workers. I'm going to buy 8, and again, do the same thing as I did before. Going to hit the plus sign there, going to add there, and all I want to do is pick up workers, nothing else. No tourists. And over here, all I want to do is load workers, nobody else, and unload everybody. So that guy there, I'm going to copy his schedule. These folks here. And you can do it two ways. You can do it the way I just did it, or you can go back to the depot and you can click on the vehicles. So there's a couple different ways to do that. And then I just hit start. And I don't have to worry about the line spacing because I've already taken care of that. They're going on the exact same line as the other vehicles. So back here over at the power plant, we now have 10 workers. Our oil looks like it's getting fairly stable and it's operating without issues. Our oil fuel storage tank is starting to fill up, so that looks good. And in time, we'll be able to stop purchasing oil as this gets more stabilized. Now, before any of my buildings start to catch fire and burn to the ground, I want to build a fire station. So let's put one down here somewhere, and I would like them to be close to my important facility in case it catches fire, so somewhere close to my gas-powered plant. Let's go to state infrastructure, and there's a hospital, there's a fire station. So I'm going to plop a fire station maybe just around here. Oh, that guy needs a road connection. I guess I really want to have more centralized so that everybody's covered. So perhaps, I don't know, can I sneak him in here somewhere? He needs a road connection, so how about in here somewhere? Can't build due to infrastructure, but I could plop him right there. So while he's building, that thing I'm going to build is a hospital so that my people, if they get sick, they got a place to go. I'm going to put my hospital here so it's close to the bus platform, because he needs workers too. So we'll plop him in there, and then we'll build a road connection. Go over to mud roads again, and we'll click it in. Now our fire station is built, so let's go back to the fire station to make sure he has fire trucks, because without fire trucks and firefighters, he's useless. So we're going to buy some trucks, and we might as well buy some good ones to make sure they put the fire out quickly, and I'm just assuming that the more expensive they are, the better they are. I'm going to buy 2 of those and 2 of those. And we got to get some firefighters, so maybe if I make a pathway from there to there, I'll get some firefighters out of it, but we're going to see. So there's a pathway there, connect to there. Can I somehow connect this up? I might be able to. Let's just see if I click on there and I go with walking distance, it doesn't. So they can't walk from there to there, so I made a boo-boo that way, that's for sure. So that needs workers, and I got to fix that. Now, down in this case here, the hospital is really in good stead. I'm going to go to pathways, and there's mud ones there. I can connect this guy right up. Well, they're going to be connected really well to the hospital. I'll close that up, hit escape, and we'll just click on this guy, and we're going to purchase some ambulances. Might as well purchase a bunch here to make sure everybody's covered. We don't need a lot yet. I'm probably spending too much money, but if I forget to come back, at least we're covered for a while. So in terms of workers, we got doctors and staff, so that's doing well. But we have a little problem here because of where I built my fire station. I don't have any firefighters, so I probably should have placed it somewhere else, but I don't want to blow it up because it costs me money. Maybe I can put a little residence here and a little tiny bus stop or bus platform. Put a small residence right across. I'll go to residences, and we're going to pick something fairly small. How many workers does he need? 38 tops. So back to residences and workers. And this is going to be problematic because these guys are going to need a kindergarten. So, you know, maybe with that in mind, I should just blow the thing up and place it over here somewhere. So I hate blowing things up, but let's go back to state-run infrastructure. There's a fire station. You know, if I'm a little closer to this guy here, I can hopefully be within walking distance. So let's plop him right there. He's got to be within walking distance if I put him there. So I'm going to plop him there. And while he's building, I'm going to go over here, and I guess that's going to cost me a lot of money. I made a mistake, but do I need 2 fire stations? Maybe I can just leave them for now. Like, maybe I won't blow them up. It's kind of a mistake to have 2 of these guys so close together. But maybe leaving them is just the way to go. We'll go back here to dirt roads, or actually walkways or footpaths, what I wanted. And we'll see if we can connect these guys up just a little bit better if I can. I want to make sure I got workers coming over here. So we'll click on that guy there. What's within walking distance? It's within walking distance. So that guy there, he should have no problem getting workers. There we go. We got lots of fire trucks. So we'll see if people start going over there. Anyway, we want fire protection, that's for sure. I just made a boo-boo because I've got 2 of them And I'm just trying to figure out on the fly whether I want to blow one up or not. Anyway, for now, I'm going to leave it. Now, if I check on the hospital, did I buy ambulances? I did, so we're covered that way. So things are going well. Our power plant is in operation. The oil is building up, so maybe now I can go to purchasing and I can clear all and stop importing oil. So we'll hit that. And it looks like this number here is fairly stable. So now we're not buying oil to make this plant go anymore. We're simply pumping our own oil with pumps like that. So the whole reason, or one of the main reasons we started a village in this area with the gas power plant is A, we have oil, and B, we are close to a foreign connection, which gives us a custom house, a place to export electricity. So I'm going to build a high voltage line towards Kazan-Chad. I'm going to make it as straight of a line as possible, and I'm going to use the high voltage wires, the highest high voltage ones there are, 18 megawatts. And let's just take off down this way as far as it'll let me, and try to have as minimal breaks on the line as possible, because every time there's a break in the line, you got to do a reconnection. I guess at some point I got to see where the heck am I really going now that I'm down here. But okay, that didn't work. What happened? Okay. Alright, I don't want to... Basically, it's one line and the only place I've connected here. So the only place I could have made a mistake and not corrected or connected properly is right here. We'll connect him up. Gonna hit escape, and hopefully when I connect here or click on there, I don't have any voltage. Let's just click export. We have a problem. The maximum amount of energy to sell is 0 megawatts. So I must have made a mistake when I put this line in. It doesn't seem to be connected. Let's go back to our village and see what happened. Now, is our plant working? Oh, that might be the problem. The problem is we don't have enough workers. So let's go down here and make sure we have workers. So over here, now how did that fire station work out? Well, at least he has some workers, but the temperature building is too low. We're going to need heat, which we don't have yet, but at the moment, got to get more workers going. Let's go to a residential building, and I'm going to pick a big one this time, and I'm going to plop them in right over here. And I'm going to take a kindergarten, is what I'm looking for. I want a, where's kindergarten? There's a kindergarten. Plop a kindergarten right in there. And perhaps a school. Where's a school? There's a school right there. Will he fit over here? I think so. Plop a school there. We've got some more residents, and hopefully that will start to load things up at this bus platform. Hopefully we'll get more workers out of it. I'm going to put in some more footpaths. And in this game, the thing is, you always have additional problems. It's like you're never finished. But we know that. So we're not going to resolve everything in this episode. But what I want to make sure is that my plant's running and I'm exporting electricity. And of course, before we hit the cold weather, we're going to have heat. So if I click on the plant, I got 4 workers, so not a great deal, but at least I have workers. So unless I've made a boo-boo in my connection, you know what? There's a problem right there. I don't think that's really connected. Let's go to electricity, and I'm going to cancel those wires and just make sure I've got them connected. What I don't like about these wires is it's hard to see. Okay, that should be connected now. Let's go all the way back down to our foreign Soviet country connection. And let's just see what's going on down here. Now we've got voltage. So now we can export. So let's go and export. We don't need a lot of electricity for ourselves because our village is small. We're not supplying a lot of electricity. I've gone up to 80% and our rubles are taking off like a rocket. So I'd say things are going pretty well. Well, folks, I think that's enough for today. We've started a new game with the gas-powered plant. Our gas-powered plant seems to be working quite well. It's getting oil supplied from pump jacks. So we've stopped purchasing oil to supply our gas-powered plant. And over here at Kazanchad, we are exporting electricity. Well, folks, thank you for watching today. If you have any questions or comments, please note those questions or comments in the comment section below. So, where do we go from here? Well, the answer to that question lies in the next video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you haven't done so already, smash that subscribe button below right now and click on the bell so you don't miss out on more great content. Click on that box in the bottom left-hand corner right now to see a video you're almost guaranteed to love. This video was selected just for you by YouTube, and they know what you like. So what are you waiting for? Click on that box now, sit back, relax, and enjoy another video.